Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. In this one, predicting the game between the Niners and the Chiefs happening this Sunday in Santa Clara. I was about to say San Francisco, but it's happening in Santa Clara. I'm excited for this matchup. I hope you guys are as well. The big marquee matchup for the afternoon games. This is going to be a really good one, an exciting one. This is the one where we have to avenge the loss after that Super Bowl matchup, if you know what I mean, right? A few years ago. We lost that game. We were in a 10-point lead. Patrick Mahomes and Williams, they came back and did really good for themselves, and they won a Super Bowl. Congrats to them. Although we should have won that Super Bowl, right? But anyways, we can get a nice little consolation prize and hopefully beat them this week. It's going to be a tough one. The 49ers, they struggled mightily against the Falcons last week. And I'll be talking about that in a second. I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. Nothing too crazy for me. If you don't know already, I'll be at the Los Angeles Rams game the next week after this game. If you guys want to check out or if you're going to be at SoFi Stadium, please let me know. Love to see you guys there. Have a fun time. Make it a home game for the 49ers as always over there in Los Angeles. Before I get the video started, per usual, please like and subscribe. That's going to definitely help me out a lot. Click that bell notification, get notified of future videos. Share this content with fellow Niner faithfuls. Have a new podcast out if you guys want to check it out. Link will be in the description below. Thank you guys so much. Let's get this started. 49ers versus Chiefs this Sunday. Prediction time. Who is going to win this game? Okay, so prediction. Who am I picking to win this one? Before I do, per usual, I want to talk about with each team and what they did last week. First off, let's talk about the Chiefs, actually. I'm going to be going with the opponent this time. They ended up losing the game to the Buffalo Bills 24-20 in an epic thriller of a matchup, their rematch of the playoffs last year. And it really lived up to the hype. It really did. Both teams were neck and neck for the most part. I heard Mahomes threw an interception at the end of the game, which is kind of a bummer, but still a nice way to keep the sequel going. Both of those guys are going to have great matchups for the next few years. It's going to be like a Peyton Manning, Tom Brady rivalry where they're always going to be meeting up every year. It's going to be a great game. But I think this is going to be better because Manning and Brady, all the matches were a little bit more lopsided to the Brady side, although Manning had won more games when he was in Denver. This one, it's going to be a lot of fun for the next few years. I can't wait to see what they both do in the future. 49ers, they're coming off a big loss to the Atlanta Falcons, 14-28. I don't know how we lost this game, but we still lost this game. Atlanta, they're kind of underrated, to be honest with you. I thought that they were going to be decent, but I didn't know they were going to be okay like they did on Sunday. Marcus Mariota pretty much ran over this team. We do have a little bit of a quote-unquote excuse. I don't want to use excuses, but a lot of our guys were out in this game. Defensive line, Nick Bosa, a lot of other players on defense, they were out. Hufanga was apparently playing with a concussion, which is not great, not a good look. If you want to be frank, after the Tua thing, it is what it is. Offensively, still a lot of injuries, but the good news is a lot of players should be coming back, could be coming back this week. I can't wait to talk about that in a second. But not a pretty win at all. Bad clock management at the end by Kyle Shanahan. We got to move on and hope we beat this team this week because this is the big matchup right here. I think the 49ers would be very motivated after that bad loss against Atlanta. Let's talk about this matchup. Let's talk about things that are important for the 49ers in order to beat the Chiefs. Really tough one. I'd say Nick Bosa, Trent Williams, they're having a good chance of coming back in this game. That's really good news. We need anything to come back. Although Jalen Moore and company, they've been doing a pretty good job on the offensive line. Not the best job, but hey, manageable where I don't have to hear their name often. That's the rule right there. If you don't hear an offensive lineman's name, they're doing a really good job. So far, I did not hear their name at all in any games that Trent was out, but it's been nice to have the Silverback back as our starting left tackle because he is the guy. Paid him a lot of money. Might as well start him anytime soon. Nick Bosa should be coming back. I think last week was more of a precaution thing not to play him. If he played against Atlanta and got hurt, that would have aggravated it even more. It would have been out even longer. I'm glad they sat him out in this one. I'd rather have him back for this game against the Chiefs because Mahomes and company, they can light it up. They're really good at it for the most part. Other things to look forward to against the Chiefs. Got to stop Patrick Mahomes. You got to keep him in the pocket as much as you can. He makes a lot of great plays. There's just stuff that he just does amazing, and you got to prepare for that. He has a lot of great targets. Not as great as last year. No Tyreek Hill, but still Travis Kelce, Juju Smith. He had a great game against the Bills last week. A lot of great things for them. A lot of positive things. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he's a great running back for them. Defensively, very underrated, led by Chris Jones. This team is really stacked. It's looking really good, and the 49ers, they should be very prepared for this one. This is probably their toughest test, I would say, almost all season long. They have some more important tests, like the Rams coming up in a few weeks. Even the Seahawks in December, that's going to be a tough test. Tampa Bay, that'll be a tough test as well with Tom Brady. There's a lot of great matchups for this one. This is probably the most important one, I would say, in terms of tough opponents. And if they could beat the Chiefs, they could beat anybody in the league for the rest of the year. Really hoping that the 49ers could pull this upset because I know the Chiefs are going to be favored in this one, especially after the 49ers, the way they got embarrassed by Atlanta on Sunday. Hopefully the 49ers use that as fuel to get even better, stop Patrick Mahomes and company, and also Andy Reid. He's a great play caller. You can't go wrong without him, right? So if I had to pick a team to win this one, wow, I really don't know, to be honest with you. I was about to say the 49ers. I want to say the Chiefs because the Chiefs are a better team, I think, in my opinion, but still, I'm still going to go with the 49ers. I should be picking the Chiefs, to be honest with you guys, but I'm going to be picking the 49ers for this upset. I might sound crazy to you Chiefs fans, but I like this team with the way it's at right now. Injuries, as we all know, is a big problem for the 49ers. I think we're cursed. I can make another video about this another time. 49ers, they're looking really good in terms of if everyone's healthy, we could be a dominant team, but if we're decimated, if we're not playing best football like we did against Atlanta, then yeah, we'll probably get blown out by the Chiefs, but hopefully not. Hopefully we get this win. That's all I'm hoping for. I'm going to be looking for Jimmy Garoppolo to have a pretty decent game, not any overblown throws like to Emmanuel Sanders in the Super Bowl. Looking for Jeff Wilson Jr. to not make any mistakes like last week. Defensively, Nick Bosa, assuming that he comes back, I expect that D-line to put a lot of pressure on Mahomes big time because he's a big difference maker. We need him. We really missed him against Atlanta big time. So if I pick a final score for this one, I'm picking the 49ers to win this game 28, Kansas City 26. Something really close. This could be a back and forth matchup. Is this going to be a shootout? I don't know. Do I trust Jimmy G versus Patrick Mahomes in a shootout? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, he did have a good shootout in 2019 against Drew Brees. That was a good one against the Saints. Can he do it? Yes. Will he? I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to lean on the defense to do really well for the most part. Hold Mahomes to as little as possible. Keep him off the field if you're the running game. Shanahan, I expect him to be on his A game in terms of play calling. No goofy calls, no anything like that. We should be in good shape, right? That's it, guys. Please let me know what you guys think about the 49ers and Chiefs. I like what you have to say in the predictions below. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe. That's going to help me out a lot. I hope to catch you guys up this week when I talk more about the injury curse because I feel like we're being injury cursed by the NFL and everything else. Bye, guys. Love y'all. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Go Niners all day.